Okay, it says I'm live. Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Stacey Storino. Welcome back to my channel, the number one place I do feel for entrepreneurs who are trying to not just do content marketing, they need their content marketing to bring conversions. Otherwise, content marketing is just busy work and ain't nobody got time for that. I've been a content marketing for conversions based business coach for 10 years. I've been an entrepreneur for 25 years, including that 10-year period of time. So I've been on both sides of the fence. I am who I say I am. I can do what I say I can do. Hey, Mike from Valley Smithy, what's going on? Hashtag live. If you're watching this, whether you're a student of mine or not, out of curiosity, I always like to know when people are seeing things. Hashtag live, hashtag replay. Even if you're watching on the replay, we will heart you up. We will thumbs up. We'll be glad to see that people are watching on the replay. Lots typically do. I have thousands of students across the world over the last decade. So I have people checking in from all different time zones. Hi, Marcy. What's going on? Hashtag live. So definitely do that. Also, do me a favor. Give this video a big thumbs up. Who cares about me? You're not doing that to make me happy. You're doing that to push this out to more of my subscribers / students so that they get notifications while we're live, and they'll also be more likely to get notifications on the replay too, because again, I have students across the world. They need to get the notifications on the replay as well. Denise at Devon Sherry Creations, hashtag live. Hello. Okay, so we are in the midst of a 30-day stretch. If you are not part of the challenge, you're not going for prizes, that's still cool. The 30 days started towards the end of January. We are going live every single day, usually at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Don't worry, there's a replays. But we will be going all the way through the end of February doing these. So Mondays are the only days that we plan to be at 11 a.m. instead of 10 a.m. Why? Because Funnel Dynasty is my big offering. Okay. That's a 7-module course. It has 24 bonuses to it. One of those bonuses is one-on group coachings with me. I don't do one-on-one. I haven't had to do it for years. So this is the only way you're going to get more detailed work with me and with other like-minded people who are into multiple 5 and 6 figures, multiple 6 figures. And yes, I have 7-figure successes, including Joe's Dairy Bar and Grill. So they definitely get one-on group coaching with me Mondays at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So that's why Mondays for this challenge, we go to 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Hello, Heidi. What's going on? Hashtag live. So welcome to day 11 of the 30-day social media growth challenge. If you missed any of the other days, whether you're in it for prizes or not, I did put in the comments down below and also in the show notes, the link to the playlist with all, at this point, 14 days worth of replays, about to be 15 days worth of replays. If you're like, nobody ever does free coaching, yes, I do. And you can go to that playlist and you can definitely catch up, even if you don't want to otherwise be in the competition. If you are interested in prizes and stuff like that, you want to go to the Facebook group that's free called Content Marketing for Conversions. There's 2 freebies in there when you join. You just, at the top of the Facebook group, once you're in, just you tap on the files tab and you get 2 PDFs to download. So that's really cool. And yes, it is day 15. Sorry, did I say 14? I meant day 15. Yeah, but there's 14 replays so far, about to be 15. Hello, Miss Lenore. What's going on? Hashtag live. Okay, so if you're not in the Facebook group yet, we do postings. I share resources there. There's the 2 freebies, like I said. So make sure you're in the Content Marketing for Conversions Facebook group. And if you're interested in, like, can I earn a prize? You would definitely be able to search to find the post that talks about the prizes. I accidentally said day 11. Good God. Well, I am fighting off a cold, so please give this video a big thumbs up, Heidi and Lenore and everybody else. Just make sure that this gets pushed out to people during the live and also during the replay. The more engagement it gets, boom, the more it pushes it out, especially on YouTube. So this is day 15. Man, Stacey. Okay, so we're midway through the social media growth challenge. This is not follow for follow, like for like, or anything like that. This is not about use this bot or buy this software for social growth. Why? Because those things aren't going to buy from you. They're bots, they're software. You're an entrepreneur who is interested in growing your social media following wide and deep so that you actually get people to buy from you once they're ready, willing, and able to. And since you're not some big legacy brand that's been around for years, decades, has a million locations or anything like that, you do need to get some deposits into what I call the bank of KLT, or know, like, and trust. And you do that through content marketing. So during this 30-day challenge, one of the things that you do is that you post a piece of content every day. We're not going to sweat perfection here. You get better at doing the thing by doing the thing. And yes, we encourage you to look at analytics so that this way you can see over time how you can make your content better as you can. You are never throwing spaghetti against the wall. Maybe the first day that you post, if you've never posted or you've never been posting that much, it'll feel like that. But as days turn into a week and then weeks, as a lot of people have found in this challenge, their analytics paired with just daily posting, they are reawakening whatever kind of following they did have, no matter what size it might have been. And they're also noticing they are getting more followers or subscribers, whatever the platform parlance might be. They're getting more likes, comments, hearts, engagements, whatever. And yes, people have been building their email lists. And yes, we have had several people say, I can tell because people are telling me I bought because I saw these posts. They know that they are getting at least some sales because of what they're doing in the challenge. I'm not here to get you to grow and get a bunch of vanity metrics. You can't deposit followers in the bank, right? So again, this isn't growth just for growth's sake. You want to, through the content that you publish, what that content is subjectively and how you optimize it for search and suggest it on the various platforms that you publish to, objectively, you need to bring in qualified leads, or there is no point to you doing this content marketing, okay? There's no point to it. If it doesn't convert, you're doing something wrong, but you can just tweak it. Usually your analytics will give you clues. Just follow the data, see how the humans are reacting, both sides of that equation. Over time, your content will land more and more and more. So today's training, every single day's training has a couple of minutes of something unique, and you get 30 pieces of trainings. So again, that playlist you want to check in the show notes down below, especially if you're watching on the replay. Oh, before I forget, the March popularity plan is out. That is an assets pack to help you do your content marketing, whether you're in the challenge will be over by the end of February. But if you're like, this daily content marketing thing, I do need help. I'm a solopreneur, I'm a small business, whatever. I want to keep my current audience still engaged. I want to grow one piece of content at a time. March 2023's pack has 138 graphics in it. Most of them are very March centric. And then 15 social media post templates that are also March centric swipe files. And then you have 4 March centric emails that are swipe files. Fill in the blanks, tweak the language to the extent you think you need to do it. And you will have an email going out every week to your list. And you will have social media posts easily done for half of March because you'll have those templates. And then the other half, you'll have plenty of graphics and you can just work off those templates to keep writing more templates. So it's all swipe files and graphics to make things very easy for you. So that link is in the show notes, and it's also the pinned post because we did launch it. We launched it a little bit earlier because people are like, give me a little bit more time to get everything and schedule it all in. So today we are talking about, what is our unique topic for today? Oh, it is about, we're on day 15. We're midway through. Pick your hard. So I have to be honest with you. I'm really proud of the people that are in the content marketing for conversions group, all the people who are currently challengers. I have not really had anybody complain to me. I kind of thought that by now I might, but I haven't. So let me praise you guys up and bless you up, right? I thought people were going to complain, this is too hard. I can't publish every single day. I just can't do it. I know that some of my pre-existing students are using the February popularity plan to help them, but there's some people who don't use it at all or piecemeal it and do their own stuff, right? So fine. However you do it, you do it. But I have noticed that people are like, I'm just covering my daily base. And I've told you, for purposes of this challenge, and or just in general, when you're a beginner, you don't have money for software, you don't have money for independent contractors or part-time to full-time people. It can feel very frustrating. I wish I could be all the places all at once, Stacey. Well, that's not what this challenge or anything I teach you asks you to do. And you're like, well, at least for this challenge, if nothing else, you're telling me to publish once a day. I find it really, hard. Like I said, I was expecting people to complain, but no one is. Probably because a lot of them are seeing results and now they're like, I will push myself to put out a post, whether I'm using the popularity or plan or not, because I am seeing all my analytics just steadily go up. Right? Denise says it is hard, but I've done it before, so I know I can get back there, especially with the plan and themes, right? So, Denise, thank you for your leadership and for your vulnerability. Nobody said that this was going to be easy, but today's theme really is pick your hard, because what are your alternatives if you don't post and you're not a legacy brand where people are going to think to search up your brand or search up the name of your products, your services, and stuff like that? If they're not looking for you, how will you be found? Do you think that if you don't post, oh, well, let me finish this other point. I'm not telling you that you have to be on all the platforms simultaneously. You're a beginner to content marketing, a beginner to business, or both. What do I say? Most of my students have this memorized. You start on the top two social media platforms that are most important to your niche. Okay. Nobody says go more than that, especially when you can't afford scheduling software or staff to help you or anything like that. And we're only talking about one post a day for this challenge or in general, just to get started with content marketing on behalf of your own business. What do? We take the original piece of content and we post it fresh to one platform. Let's say it's Facebook, and another piece of content, or the same piece of content. We'll share it up from our camera roll to Instagram or TikTok if that's the second piece of content, right? Because you are, I don't want you sharing stuff. Like if you do a TikTok, I don't want you to share it to Instagram as a reel. I want you to take that video that's saved to your camera roll and upload it fresh to both platforms, right? Why? Because even if you use an app to remove the TikTok logo, the platform's AIs or artificial intelligence knows where the source material came from. So even with the logo stripped, using it from TikTok to an Instagram reel, Instagram's going to be like, the source file came from TikTok. I'm not rewarding you for that. So you're going to get dumbed down reach. I'm not saying you're going to get nothing, but they prefer you to upload things fresh to each platform. They want you to spend time doing that. They want you on their platforms longer. A mass scheduler is fine, but you're going to get the best results, a little extra reach, if you will, if you post fresh. But if you're taking one piece of content a day, be it a picture, a video, whatever, and you're just posting it to two platforms, just fresh for each, how hard is that? How hard is that? Even if you're not using the popularity plan, how hard is that? Because if you don't have money for staff and you don't have money for software, when you have more time than you have money and you want people to find you, you must publish. You must publish, and each piece of software works as like a digital breadcrumb to lead people back to you. You'll optimize with the keywords that you'll put in the captions and where applicable, the hashtags to help leverage each social media platform, even though we're just starting with two, especially when we're a beginner, because keywords and hashtags will help you be found in social search. When somebody goes to search on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, whatever, they're searching on keywords, they're searching on hashtags, they will be more likely to find you in search when you're strategic about that. If you're having a hard time with that, you can look at my Funnel Dynasty offering. Go to funneldynasty.com and you will see how very thoroughly you will get support there. And again, that includes the one on group coaching. I can do my stuff for free here, but like I can help you more one on group and with more attention if you join Funnel Dynasty. So I do want to, yes, Marcy says, I love that this is forcing me to get back into the habit and into the planning so that I can pre-plan at year's end so I don't fall apart again. Life's going to happen. Babies are born, people die, we get sick. Even if we're not chronically ill, like I'm immunosuppressed, I can go through phases of being chronically ill. Everybody has their own cross to bear, right? So when you fail to plan, you plan to fail. And we talked about batches the other day: batch plan, batch create, batch optimize, batch load in and schedule, and batch multiply. So if you missed that replay, again, in the show notes and in the comments, you've got the playlist, you can catch up. But Mike from Valley Smith said, right, you need to plan. You need to get as much done in batches as you can. So then when life happens, your business gets busy, whatever, you're still getting out a breadcrumb a day for people to find you in social search. And the algorithms on each platform will use their like spiders or crawlers or whatever, and they will surface your content subjectively to figure it out and objectively through your keywords and hashtags where applicable, so that they can do the digital matchmaking for you. You'll show up more likely on the explore page of Just the Right Person. On Instagram, you'll show up in the feeds as suggested as a reel on Facebook or in someone's feed. You'll show up on the For You page, at least for a time, on TikTok. But if you don't do the work, then no one's going to find you. So you have to get into the rhythm of it. And again, when you have more time than you have money, this is a phase that you hustle. You never ignore organic content marketing. But as you get bigger, you can pay to leverage software and people to help you get it out. And yeah, you can go into paid ads, but you should only be doing that once it's not a matter of if you're profitable, it's when. And when it's fiscally responsible for you, then you can run ads too. It is never just one or the other. By the way, please give this video a big thumbs up. I see that more people are joining me. Forget how it makes me feel. It's going to push this out to more people while we're live and also on the replay who have subscribed to me. And if you want help, we are going live every day in February on my channel. So make sure you subscribe, click the bell notification, select all so that you're going to get the notifications about when we go live and or when this goes into replay. I also published a video today. I publish at least once a week a longer form video that's like a really good deep dive on a topic. So plan out your March with me. It went up today. I'm going to share the link down below and I'll put it in the show notes too when we go into replay mode. You want to watch that video because I show you the 5 calendar passes that I go through so that I am calendar blocking sales-based content, sales-based activity, relationship marketing-based content, relationship marketing activity. You have a family, you have a life, like how to plot those things in with every single pass so that you realistically know what you have to post, when you have to post, how many days in advance to warm up a sale. So go make sure that you watch that video if you haven't already. Let me read a couple more of the challenges and then I'm going to make the point for today and we'll wrap up. So Denise said, because Marcy said she loves that this is forcing her to get back into the habit. Denise said, after the challenge is over, the time I spend on screenshots and backup, we'll go towards posting. I'm also learning to edit video and dealing with that, and that is getting easier. And this is what I tell my students free and paid. You will get better at doing the thing by doing the thing. So you're going to feel bored about shooting and creating video after a while. So putting up a daily short form vertical video, for example, not a big deal. You want the best reach possible. I'm going to tell you need to do that. Okay. And then you can use the popularity plan to put out graphics and leverage, like, particular trends and holidays and stuff like that. So it's a good 1-2 punch. But you definitely want to get some sort of short form vertical video content. My channel's been growing since the beginning of the year. Yes, the longer form videos do help. Yes, the live helps, but I'm getting a lot of growth through shorts. And then they go back on YouTube in this example, and they're watching my back catalog, and that's raising up my watch time, which is awesome for me and for them. On Facebook and Insta, I'm using the Meta Business Suite. I'm putting out the same video that I did as shorts to both Facebook and Instagram as a reel. You're going to get better reach for reel for any sort of video content, at least right now on Facebook. And you can cover 2 for the price of 1, and Meta Business Suite is free. And then TikTok, same thing. I schedule on TikTok. I've got a couple hundred people on TikTok so far. Yes. Because I was so sick for a while, I couldn't handle my own TikTok. I had to deal with staying out of the hospital. So life happens. Babies are born, people die, that sort of thing. It happens to me, it happens to you. We all have to live a real life. But you will get better at planning out and shooting and covering a daily basis with any type of content. And if you were ever afraid of being on video or editing video or whatever, you're going to be bored after a week of doing it daily, or doing like 2 weeks of, say, batch creating, batch editing, and then batch scheduling. Mike from Valley Smithy says, I agree this really does help me keep going. I did fall off the wagon last week with Tinkerbell. I know what happened there, Mike. Oh, God. And I can really see how much that hurt this week. I will have to work harder. We all go through phases of that. Nothing and nobody's perfect, right? And then, again, people die, animals die, we get affected by things, babies are born, all that stuff. We get sick, or we get injured, or a loved one gets sick or injured. It's hard. But when you batch create and batch schedule out, if life happens, you're more likely to have that daily base covered. And then Denise says, yesterday I made a basic video and I posted it or a base video. And I posted it to Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, TikTok, and one of my YouTube channels with music from each platform, because she doesn't want a content strike. And the wording said the same thing, but it was a little bit different. And you covered all those bases. But Denise has been in business for a while, and she's used to working those platforms for a while. So for new or relatively new people to like me, or you're trying to stick with the challenge and a daily deliverable is tough, again, 2 is plenty. If that's all you can do, 2 is plenty. The 2 that you pick have to be the ones that are most important to your niche. If you don't niche or niche, it's said in different ways, different dialects, same thing. But if you don't know your niche enough, I say niche because the riches are in the niches, right? I like that. But you're not wrong if you say niche. But here's the thing. Like, if you know that person well enough, your ideal customer avatar, then you know not just the demographics, but the psychographics. And we talked about that in a replay. So again, the playlist with all the replays are in the show notes down below. Lenore says, I'm locked out of Facebook on my laptops, but not my phone, and it's driving me bonkers. So I'm shifting to Twitter, and I'm very frustrated. I am sorry about that. I don't know why you're locked out of Facebook on one platform and not another, because your login is successful. I would also recommend everybody, for any platform, not just Facebook, but TikTok or anything, to enable 2-factor authentication, because you shouldn't be locked out. If you get 2-factor authentication, you should have a bit of an easier time not only getting in, but it's harder, not impossible, but it's harder to get hacked. So I'm sorry about that. All right. So let's talk about the pick your heart, right? We're talking about the title for today is really pick your heart. My whole point is leveraging everything I just said. Publishing daily can be hard, okay? But so is an empty sales funnel. So is launching stuff and you get crickets. So is sitting there going, nobody's following my Facebook page or my Instagram business account. Nobody's joining my free group. You want to know why? I'll tell you why. Because if people from the outside looking in happen to discover you because of some pre-existing piece of content, let's say, and they find you, do you, if you're them, want to follow a page where they do a post a month or maybe a post a week? Or are you more likely to follow even a Facebook page that has at least a post daily? If you go to Joe's Dairy Bar and Grill, which is my first seven-figure success that I coached, I took them from barely profitable in 2015 into 16 to seven figures in about 2 years. And they didn't run any ads at the time because they had no money for it. And once they started making money, they were paying off debt, right? So they couldn't plow money into ads until 2018, 19. And they barely run them because they get really good reach organically. So why pay for more if they're already seven figures and they just keep growing? But if you go to Joe's Dairy Bar and Grill, you will see the thousands upon thousands of people who like/follow that Facebook page. They don't boost posts. They don't run ads more than 3-4 times a year around the big holidays. Okay. And you will see that they post daily. Would you rather follow a page like Joe's where they post daily? Or would you rather follow a competitor where you're lucky if they post once a week? That's no fun. If you're binging on content because you like something, you love something, or obsessed about solving a problem or satisfying a desire, do you want to go join a Facebook group that when you look at it, they're like, yeah, one post a month? Come on. Nobody's going to follow you. Nobody's going to join your group. Nobody's going to want to get on the email list of something that looks like it's either dead and or you're a hobbyist and you're not really running it as a business. You're not like some chock-a-block resource through your content feeds for whatever problem someone wants to solve, whatever desire they want satisfied. So let's see. Heidi says, yes, on the two-factor authentication. I got a friend that was hacked and she lost her personal Facebook business page and her Instagram because Meta, so many things are joined now under the umbrella company. If you do nothing else today as an action item, please enable two-factor authentication on everything. Everything, please. So thank you for sharing that. Heidi, Lenora said, did she ever get it back? I have two-factor. I have a feeling my VA had something to do with it. Oh, Lordy. All right. Well, you guys, y'all figure that out. So my whole message to you today is that, yes, the concept of a daily deliverable seems daunting, but it's kind of like choose your hard. If you don't content market persistently and consistently, and you are not a legacy brand with like decades of goodwill where people are searching for you, and so the algorithms keep serving up, I don't know, coach, but you're trying to be a coach competitor, you're going to have a very hard time doing it because no one's looking for you and nobody's binging on your content. And if they accidentally trip across you because of a lucky strike with one piece of content, if you don't seem active, they're not going to care because most of the time you wouldn't follow you either. You wouldn't care about you either. You wouldn't really see the value in following or subscribing or jumping on an email list. Why would you buy? There's no real deposits into the bank of KLT or no like and trust. Okay. So a daily deliverable isn't everywhere when you're small. It's just the top 2 social media platforms for your niche. And just one piece of content that you share up raw on one platform and you share up raw to the other platform. So you're not cross-using music and sound effects and getting content strikes because just because something's safe on one platform doesn't mean it's safe on the other, okay? And you don't have to spread yourself too thin. And it's really one piece of content. If you are running a business and you don't have 30 tiny little things to say in a month, how into your business are you and why should somebody trust you? We talked about themes for every day of the week in one of our replays. So make sure you click the replay playlist and catch up on the trainings. We also talked about 3 main content buckets on another day's training. If you followed along with everything or almost everything in this challenge now, you're like, you know what, Stacey, you're right. I have to look at things, differently. And I have to be committed to moving the ball on my business every single day. because I'm not going to get enough know, like, and trust from enough people so that when they're ready, willing, and able to buy, I'm top of mind. They know, like, and trust me and my brand. And so they're going to be more likely to buy from me than a big box store or some big brand that doesn't seem to notice if they ask questions or they post or they like things, and they don't seem to care. Millennials and younger want to be part of a brand-based grassroots revolution. It's just that they have to have a revolution worth joining. So daily deliverable might seem hard, but so is making no sales. So is having a sale that feels like a limp handshake if you make money. So you need to grow that brand-based community wide and deep. And to me, daily deliverable is the way that you do it. If the popularity plan can help you do that, the one for March with 138 graphics in it, mostly March centric, and a couple of extras that you can use wherever you want, not just in March, but we try to really over deliver. And 15 pre-templated March centric swipe files for social media posts. You don't like writing, you don't have a lot of time to write, fill in the blanks, tweak the language if you feel you need to. Boom. Half of March is covered because between the graphics and the corresponding swipe files for the post templates, you're good. Also in that same pack, 4 March centric emails, one assigned to every week of March. Again, they're swipe files. Fill in the blanks, tweak the language if you feel you need to. Boom, you have an email going out every single week. Heidi says, popularity plan was huge for helping me with content when I get brain freeze. Thank you. Also, when Stacey convinced me to get my face on camera, people like seeing the real us. Yes. So one last thing I will say, and then we have a couple of action steps. And we went a little extra today. I hope you guys are happy. I hope I over-delivered answering your questions and stuff like that. Again, make sure live or even on the replay, you give this video a big thumbs up. Usually we're done in half the time. I don't mind. But the big trend this year, especially for video, is that you are more stripped down. You are more real. Everything isn't edited to death. So whether you're doing reels or TikToks or longer form YouTube videos, people don't want to see you, your processes, real life a whole lot more. So you don't need perfect lighting and you don't need more than your phone. More than ever before, people really want to see the real you and get to know you as the brand leader. Denise said, yes, thank you. Valley Smith says, thank you. Yay. Okay. So action step number 1 is, I mean, really, most people in this challenge are pretty happy with where they're at. So I really don't have the complaints I thought I would get midway through this challenge. But it's just like every time you feel like covering your daily base is hard, you remind yourself it's only 2 platforms minimum. I can share the same piece of content, but I'm doing it raw to each platform. So I get the best reach and I don't get content strikes. And that's just not nuclear fission. So I'd rather choose the hard of keeping my brand active and stocking my feed over time. So it's just the perfect resource for the right qualified leads. I would rather have that kind of hard than the hard of it's just crickets when I do manage to kind of do something over the course of a month. Of course it is. You wouldn't follow you either. So pick the right hard. Okay. If you're like, I want more help with this stuff, visit funnelDynasty.com. Okay. Any other offerings that I had separate, I'm just going to support them through the end of the year. All I'm doing is Funnel Dynasty for the foreseeable future. My health wants that better. And I can keep that super updated. 7 module course, 1 on group coachings every single week, and 24 bonuses, all under one hood. Also subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't already. Click the bell notification and select all so that you're going to get notifications, especially if you want all the free coachings that we're going to do in February. You won't miss a notification. So that's cool. Also join the Content Marketing for Conversions Facebook group. I did put the post down for you to share your analytics and for me to cheer you on each of the days of the challenge, but it's also a place where I share free resources, articles. I can answer questions even if you're not a paid student of mine. So if you need a little bit of love, you can do that. You can also go to don'tbeafakeguru.com to pick up another freebie. So even if you're not a coach, course creator, and you're like, I'm not trying to be a guru, you're trying to be a brand leader and be a thought leader in your space. So that's a checklist that can help you to make sure that from the outside looking in, you don't look like some sort of weirdo, half-done hobbyist to people. They're more likely to know, like, and trust you enough to follow you. That's free for them to do. Enough to get on your email list, also free for them to do. Super easy to unsubscribe if they want to get out. And if you want the 30-day social media growth challenge playbook, that's also free. When you go to don'tbeafakeguru.com and you get your freebie, just hit reply and say, give me the playbook too. And I'll reply back to you same day. And I'll give you a free copy of it. And you can take notes in it, and it will have a little bit of extras to help you along the way in your business. And I will see you tomorrow on day 16 of the challenge. Talk to you guys later. Bye.